Stop right here. Don't scroll. Don't blink. Don't let your eyes move away from these words. Because the exact second you opened this message, something shifted around you. Your breath changed. Your heart tightened for one moment. Your spirit leaned closer. That wasn't fear. That was awareness. And in this fictional heavenly story, Archangel Michael steps forward urgently, his wings rising behind you like shields of fire and light. He whispers, "My beloved child, do not ignore this message. Listen with me. Stay with me. Do not skip. Because in this story, something is moving inside the home. Not a demon, not a ghost, but an emotional shadow. A pattern. A memory. A dark heaviness. Born from stress, fear, exhaustion, and old energy. That has been sitting there for years." Michael's eyes narrow. The air grows still. He says in a firm, echoing voice, "It is not a spirit. It is not a curse. It is the weight of your unspoken pain. And heaven is here to break it. My beloved child. Don't scroll. Do not skip. The next 5 minutes in this story change everything. The darkness inside the home, fictional symbolic story. My beloved child. In this narrative, Michael shows your home dimly lit. Not because of evil, but because of unreleased emotions. Old sadness. Generational heaviness. Quiet resentment. Unspoken fears. Fatigue. Emotional clutter. These shadows don't harm. They drain. They silence joy. They steal energy. They make the home feel heavy. Jesus steps forward and whispers, "These shadows survive only in silence." Michael adds, "And heaven is here to break that silence." Stop right here. Don't scroll. You are entering the most suspenseful part. The trap in the story, and why heaven interrupts it. My beloved child. In this fictional vision, a trap is forming. Not from danger. Not from spirits. But from emotional patterns repeating. Ignoring your needs. Carrying everyone's weight. Letting stress pile up. Pretending you're okay. Denying your exhaustion. Forgetting your own heart. This is the trap. The trap of self-neglect. The trap of emotional silence. The trap of giving everything and receiving nothing back. Jesus whispers gently, "Your heart cannot thrive when it is always last." Michael raises his sword of light and says, "This story gives you 5 minutes to break the pattern. Don't scroll. The breakthrough is coming. The big tragedy this story warns about. My beloved child." In this fictional message, the tragedy is not death, not doom, not danger. It is something far more common. And far more painful. Losing yourself. Forgetting your worth. Shutting down emotionally. Becoming invisible inside your own life. Living without joy. Feeling trapped in routine. Drowning in silence. This is the tragedy heaven interrupts. Michael whispers, "The only tragedy is a life where your light goes dim." Jesus adds, "We came so that your heart does not fade." My beloved child. Stay with me. Don't scroll. The healing begins now. The heavenly breakthrough, fictional story. In this moment of the story, Archangel Michael steps into your home. Into the emotional space. And his light begins to fill every corner. You feel a warmth in your chest. A soft pressure behind your eyes. A sense of being seen. A softening in your breath. Relief rising. Jesus whispers. Your home is not dark. Your heart is tired. Michael adds. And tired hearts can be restored. This is the turning point. Do not look away. The final message of Part 1. My beloved child. You were not chosen for fear. You were chosen for healing. You were not chosen for warnings. You were chosen for protection. You were not chosen for tragedy. You were chosen for transformation. And heaven says, your home will shine again. When you shine again, Part 2 will reveal the light entering your home, the blessing coming to your spirit, the emotional cleansing moment, the healing wind Michael brings, the sign that your energy will shift. My beloved child. You must hear Part 2. My beloved child. If this message touched you, lifted you, or opened something inside your heart, like this message, subscribe so Part 2 reaches you. Comment, I am ready for Part 2. Share with 10 people, so another heart receives comfort. And only if your spirit feels guided. You may send a super thanks, even $20. As a warm gesture within this story. Thank you Jesus and Archangel Michael. For clearing the heaviness around me. When you're ready for Part 2, type. Continue, the opening, Michael brings light into the home. My beloved child. Stop. Don't scroll. Let this next line settle into your spirit. In this story, Archangel Michael steps into your home. Not physically, but symbolically, emotionally, spiritually. The air shifts. A low hum of energy flows through the walls. Stale heaviness begins to break apart. Jesus whispers. Where light arrives, heaviness must leave. Michael raises his sword of light and sweeps it through the space. He says, the shadows do not own this home. Your strength does. My beloved child. The cleansing has begun. Stay here. Do not scroll. The emotional cleansing moment. Heaven now reveals the heart of this part. The darkness inside the home. In this fictional story. Is not a monster. Not a spirit. Not a curse. It is stored emotion. Years of stress, fear, grief, loneliness, resentment, exhaustion, suppressed feelings. Jesus whispers. A home carries the emotions of the heart. That lives inside it. Michael adds. And today, this story begins the cleansing. You may feel lighter in the chest, warmth in your back, a deep breath you didn't plan, a soft ache rising, watery eyes without crying, a sense of release. This is not fear. This is not danger. This is emotional detox. The old heaviness is lifting. Don't scroll. The next part is powerful. The heavenly wind Michael releases, fictional. In this moment of the story, Michael extends his wings fully. Wider, brighter, more powerful than anything the home has carried. A wind of light moves through the space. Not a physical wind, but a symbolic, emotional one. It clears old regrets, old memories, leftover heartbreak, unspoken words, fear stored in corners, tired energy, emotional debris. Jesus whispers. This is the moment the atmosphere shifts. Michael adds. Nothing heavy can stay where heaven has passed. My beloved child. Stay with me. The story is entering a deeper level of healing. The sign your energy is shifting in this story. Heaven reveals the sign you will experience in the narrative. When the cleansing is complete, it is called the soft drop. It feels like a single warm tear, or a long breath, or a sudden feeling of relief, or a sense of everything will be okay, or a moment of stillness, or a surprising calmness. Jesus whispers. When this drop happens, light has won. Michael adds. This is the sign. The story's darkness has lifted. Don't scroll. The closing message is here. The final message of part 2. Jesus steps closer in the story and places his hand gently over your heart. He whispers. You were never in danger. You were overwhelmed. Michael adds. And heaven does not let overwhelmed hearts carry the burden alone. Your home in this fictional narrative is being cleared. Your heart in this story is being restored. Your spirit in this message is being strengthened. The shadows break. The light rises. And the story moves you into healing. What part 3 will reveal? Part 3 will reveal the emotional renewal entering your life. How your home becomes a sanctuary again. The blessing Michael places at your doorstep. The moment Jesus brings inner calm. The sign your heart is fully restored. Jesus whispers. Part 3 brings the peace your soul has been waiting for. My beloved child. If part 2 made you breathe softer, feel lighter, or open something inside your heart, like this message, subscribe so part 3 reaches you. Comment, I am ready for part 3. Share with 10 people, so another heart receives comfort. And only if your spirit feels gently guided, you may send a super thanks, even $20. As a warm fictional offering. Thank you Jesus and Archangel Michael for bringing light into the story of my home. When you're ready for part 3, type continue. The opening, the emotional renewal entering your life. My beloved child. Stop. Don't scroll. Let this moment settle into your heart. In this story, Jesus gently touches the center of your chest. Not physically, but symbolically. Instantly, a soft wave of warmth spreads outward. This is called the renewal breath. It brings emotional clarity, reduced anxiety, calmer mornings, more gentle thoughts, fewer heavy memories. A sense of, I can breathe again. New strength rising slowly. Michael whispers. Your spirit in this story is waking up from emotional exhaustion. This is where you begin to feel lighter. Stay with me. Don't scroll. How your home becomes a sanctuary again. My beloved child. Heaven shows your home becoming brighter. Not because the lights changed, but because your heart changed. The atmosphere in the story begins to shift. You feel the air feeling light, the rooms feeling calm, the silence feeling warm, not cold, the corners feeling peaceful. A sense that the home is breathing with you. Jesus whispers. A home reflects the heart that leads it. Michael adds. And your heart is rising again. The heaviness dissolves. The old tension leaves. The emotional darkness lifts. Your home becomes a sanctuary. A place where peace rests. Not pressure. Don't scroll. Heaven reveals the next part. The blessing Michael places at your doorstep. My beloved child. In this fictional story, Michael walks to the doorway of your home and places something glowing on the threshold. It looks like a small sphere of soft gold. He says, "This is the blessing of safe arrival." What does it bring? Protection from emotional chaos. A peaceful atmosphere. Clarity in decisions. Warmth in relationships. Restful sleep. Inner security. Spiritual grounding. Jesus whispers. This blessing changes the tone of everything that enters and leaves your life. Michael adds, no heaviness may cross this doorway again. Stay with me. The next part is deeply emotional. The moment Jesus brings inner calm. My beloved child. Heaven shows Jesus standing before you. In this story, his eyes full of understanding. His presence gentle and steady. He lifts his hand and touches the space right above your heart. Instantly, you feel quiet, stillness, peace, warmth, a sense of being held, emotional grounding, relief. Jesus whispers, you are safe in this story. Your heart deserves peace. Michael adds softly, let the calm stay. Don't scroll. One more powerful sign remains. The sign that your heart is fully restored, fictional. Heaven reveals the final sign. That the emotional darkness from part 1 has completely left your story. It is called the gentle drop. You'll know it has arrived when your eyes water gently. But there is no sadness. Just release. Just softness. Just a quiet inner peace. It is the moment the heart says, I am okay now. Jesus whispers. This is the moment healing settles. Michael adds. This is the moment your home becomes whole again. What part 4 will reveal? Part 4 will show the emotional blessing waiting for your future. How your relationships will shift in the story. The deeper protection surrounding your path. The sign heaven sends before a new beginning. The closure message from Michael. Jesus whispers. Part 4 carries the next chapter of peace. My beloved child. If part 3 made you breathe easier, feel lighter, or brought warmth to your heart in this story, like this message, subscribe so part 4 reaches you. Comment, I am ready for part 4. Share with 10 people. So another heart feels comfort. And only if your spirit feels gently guided. You may send a super thanks, even $20. As a warm fictional offering. Thank you Jesus and Archangel Michael. For restoring the light in my story. When you're ready for part 4, type. Continue. The opening. The emotional blessing waiting in your future. My beloved child. Stop right here. Don't scroll. Let this line settle deep in your chest. Heaven reveals something precious waiting ahead of you. Jesus holds a glowing silver light in his hands. He whispers. This is the blessing of emotional renewal. This blessing brings into your future calmer days. Clarity in decisions. Fewer emotional burdens. Stronger self-worth. Healing from old memories. Better connections with others. Peaceful mornings. A heart that feels lighter. Michael adds. This blessing rises slowly. Like dawn. But once it comes, your spirit will never feel the same. Stay with me. The story deepens. How your relationships shift in this part of the story. My beloved child. Heaven now shows how the energy between you and others begins to transform. Not through conflict. Not through arguments. Not through tension. But through quiet inner change. You will notice more patience in your voice. More softness in your reactions. deeper intuition, better emotional boundaries, less tolerance for drama, stronger understanding of your worth, more meaningful conversations, fewer draining connections. Jesus whispers. People respond differently when your heart becomes peaceful. Michael adds. And those who are not aligned with your peace will gently fade away. This part of the story is about evolution. Your evolution. Don't scroll. Heaven is revealing your protection next. The deeper protection surrounding your path. My beloved child. Archangel Michael now steps forward, holding his shield. A massive, radiant shield, engraved with symbols of light. He says in a firm, steady voice. In this story, your path is surrounded by shields of emotional protection. This protection covers your heart, your home, your decisions, your spirit, your peace, your relationships, your new beginnings. Jesus whispers. You will feel less fear, because heaven is guiding your direction. Michael adds. No emotional heaviness may enter your future chapters. This is the moment your path clears. Don't move. The suspenseful sign comes next. The sign heaven sends before your new beginning. My beloved child. Heaven reveals a powerful sign. One that will let you know a new chapter in the story is ready to open. It is called the quiet realization. It shows up like waking up one morning with a lighter heart, feeling clarity without knowing why, a sudden moment of stillness, a peaceful smile for no reason, a deep breath that feels different, a sense of I'm ready for something new. Jesus whispers. When this feeling arrives, your next chapter begins. Michael adds. This is the signal that the shift is complete. My beloved child. The final message for this part is coming. The closing message of part 4. Jesus steps closer in this fictional narrative. His voice soft and warm. He whispers. Your future does not hold darkness. It holds healing. Michael adds. And the story you are walking through is guiding you toward freedom, not fear. Your home has light. Your heart has peace. Your future has clarity. Nothing is pulling you backward. Everything is moving you forward. What part 5 will reveal? Part 5 will show the transformation inside your heart. The blessing waiting at the end of this journey. The final emotional release. The soft miracle moment. The closing heaven message of the entire story. Jesus whispers. Part 5 completes the healing. My beloved child. If part 4 brought peace to your heart, or hope to your spirit, like this message, subscribe so part 5 reaches you. Comment, I am ready for part 5. Share with 10 people. To lift another heart today. And only if your spirit feels guided. You may send a super thanks, even $20. As a gentle offering within this story. Thank you Jesus and Archangel Michael. For the protection and peace written into my journey. When you're ready for part 5, type. Continue, the opening, the transformation inside your heart. My beloved child. Stop right here. Don't scroll yet. Let this enter gently. Heaven reveals the transformation your heart has been moving toward. Through this entire journey, Jesus shows your heart glowing softly. Not bright like a flame, but warm like embers that never fade. He whispers. Your heart is no longer surviving. It is beginning to live again. This transformation brings emotional stability, warm inner peace, confidence returning, old heaviness lifting, clarity in thoughts, less fear, deeper self-respect, stronger boundaries, quiet joy. Michael adds, this is the rebirth of your inner light. You are not the same person who began this journey. Don't scroll. Heaven is still revealing the final blessing waiting at the end of this journey. My beloved child. Jesus reaches out his hand and reveals the last blessing in the story. The blessing of lasting peace. This blessing settles into your life as calm mornings, quiet evenings, fewer emotional storms, a sense of security, a sense of balance, a heart that doesn't break so easily, a mind that can finally rest, a spirit that feels protected. Michael whispers, this is the blessing that stays. Not temporary peace. Not a moment of comfort. Not a brief relief. But lasting peace. The kind that follows you into every chapter. Stay here. Don't scroll. The emotional release moment. My beloved child. Heaven shows a powerful scene. You sit quietly. Maybe on a couch. Maybe by a window. Maybe in your bed. Then it happens. A single tear falls. Only one. Not from sadness. Not from fear. Not from pain. But from release. Jesus whispers. This tear closes the old chapter. Michael adds. And opens the new one. This emotional release is the final letting go of every shadow you carried. The old stress. The old fear. The old guilt. The old memories. The old silence. The old heaviness. Your spirit becomes light. Your energy becomes soft. Your heart becomes open. This is the moment of transformation. Don't scroll. The final miracle scene is coming. The closing miracle of the entire journey. My beloved child. Heaven reveals the final scene. The one the entire story has been building toward. In this moment, Jesus places his hand gently on your heart. Michael lowers his wings around you. Like a warm shield. The home glows with gentle light. The air feels warm, safe, quiet. Your breath slows. Your shoulders drop. Your spirit relaxes. Jesus whispers. The darkness is gone. Michael adds. The journey is complete. Your home in the story has light again. Your heart has peace. Your future has calm. Nothing is chasing you. Nothing is pulling you down. Nothing is weighing on your spirit. The fictional storm is over. This is your healing. This is your peace. This is your restoration. The final message from heaven in this story. Jesus whispers. You did not break. You transformed. Michael adds. And your story ends in light. Not fear. My beloved child. Your heart is safe. In the warmth of this ending. My beloved child. If this final chapter brought you peace, comfort, healing, emotional warmth, then, like this message, subscribe for the next divine story. Comment, I received my peace. Share with 10 people. So another heart finds calm. And only if your spirit feels gently guided. You may send a super thanks, even $20. As a warm offering within this fictional story. Thank you Jesus and Archangel Michael. For guiding this journey into healing. The opening, the afterglow enters your life. My beloved child. Stop right here. Let this moment move gently through your heart. After a storm, after a healing, after a release, there comes a moment called the afterglow. Jesus shows a soft golden haze surrounding your spirit in this story. He whispers, "This is the warmth you feel when peace starts to stay." The afterglow brings steady energy, quiet ease in the heart, clearer thoughts, softer mornings, gentler emotions, fewer worries waking you, more smiles appearing without reason. Michael adds, "This is not temporary. This is the new foundation. Stay with me." The story deepens. The peace that settles over your days. My beloved child, heaven now reveals how your daily life begins to change in this fictional narrative. You begin to notice. You breathe deeper. You react softer. You feel less drained. You choose your peace first. You feel emotionally anchored. You stop rushing. You stop doubting yourself. You feel protected from stress. Jesus whispers, "This is the version of you heaven always wanted you to feel." Michael adds, "This peace will not leave you unless you push it away." Stop here. Don't scroll. The gentle shift in your future path. My beloved child, heaven now shows your future path as a soft glowing road. No sharp corners. No heavy shadows. No overwhelming turns. Just guidance. Just calm. Just clarity. Jesus whispers, "Your future is not something to fear. It is something to walk into slowly, with trust." Michael adds, "You are not walking alone. Even in this fictional journey, this is where your path feels safe again. The moment you will feel daily calm." My beloved child, heaven reveals a moment that will repeat itself in this story. You will sit quietly one day, morning or night, and suddenly you will feel a warm settling in your chest, a breath that feels deeper, a thought that says, "I'm okay," a quiet smile, a sense of grounding, absence of fear. Jesus whispers, "This is the arrival of lasting calm." Michael adds, "This is the natural rhythm of a healed spirit." Don't move. One final heavenly message remains. The closing guidance for your future. My beloved child, Jesus steps closer in this fictional story. His voice soft, gentle, overflowing with compassion. He whispers, "Be kind to yourself now. You have survived enough." Michael lowers his wings around you like a warm shelter. He says, "Your peace is not fragile. Your strength is not fading. Your heart is protected. The journey of fear has ended. The journey of peace has begun. You are stepping into a chapter filled with clarity, gentleness, inner softness, emotional safety. Spiritual grounding. This is the ending you deserved. This is the light that stays. Part 6 Outro, with super thanks, $20, plus share. My beloved child. If Part 6 brought you warmth, ease, or comfort in your heart, like this message. Subscribe for more stories. Comment, I received my peace. Share with 10 people. To lift another heart today. And only if your spirit feels guided. You may send a super thanks, even $20. As a warm offering inside this fictional journey. Thank you, Jesus and Archangel Michael, for the peace settling into my story. The opening, when your spirit begins to settle. My beloved child. Stop. Don't move from this moment. Heaven reveals something beautiful happening inside you. In this story, your spirit is settling. Not collapsing. Not shrinking. Not shutting down. Settling. Like gentle dust falling into place. Like waves calming after a long storm. Like hands releasing something they've carried for too long. Jesus whispers. This is the quiet stabilization of your soul. This settling brings easier mornings. Less tension in your chest. Softer thoughts. Lighter emotions. Peaceful decisions. Stronger intuition. Fewer moments of overwhelm. Michael adds. This is where strength becomes effortless. Don't scroll. The blessing deepens. The return of Joy, slow, gentle, and real. My beloved child. In this fictional heavenly story, heaven now reveals something rare. The return of joy. Not the loud kind. Not the forced kind. Not the kind you pretend to feel. But the gentle kind. The kind that shows up when your heart says, I think it's safe to smile again. You will notice. Laughing at small things. Smiling at memories. Feeling proud of yourself. Wanting to enjoy simple moments. A quiet excitement about the future. Ease replacing pressure. Jesus whispers. Joy does not return all at once. It returns in soft waves. Michael adds. And those soft waves become your new rhythm. Stay with me. A new light is entering now. The new light entering your future path. My beloved child. Heaven shows your future path again. The same one Michael illuminated earlier. But now, it is brighter. Not because the path changed, but because you changed. Your future is now lined with hope, clarity, small opportunities, emotional harmony, soft blessings, gentle guidance, moments of joy, unexpected connections. Jesus whispers. Your future was never dark. It was waiting for your heart to lighten. Michael adds. And now the path opens without resistance. Don't scroll. There's one more gentle message you need to hear. The moment heaven shows you your inner strength. My beloved child. Jesus lifts his hand and places it above your heart. Symbolically, not physically. And your entire emotional world, in this story, shifts. For the first time, you feel emotionally grounded, spiritually stable, quietly confident, safe, supported, connected, whole. Jesus whispers, "You are stronger than you believed. Not because you fought, but because you healed." Michael adds, "Your strength is not loud. It is steady. This is the moment your spirit becomes whole again." In the story's journey, the final message of Part 7. Jesus steps close, his voice softer than ever. He whispers, "You have walked through the shadow. Now you walk in the warmth." Michael folds his wings around you in the story and says, "Your peace is no longer temporary. It is permanent. This is the heart's resting place. This is the soft landing. This is the moment the journey becomes gentle." What Part 8 will reveal? Part 8 will show the next emotional blessing coming into your life, the deeper guidance for your heart, how heaven softens your relationships, the calm miracle waiting ahead, the final closure of this entire story. Jesus whispers. Part 8 brings the soft miracle. Part 7 outro, with super thanks, $20, plus share. My beloved child. If Part 7 wrapped your heart in warmth, or brought calm into your spirit, like this message, subscribe so Part 8 finds you. Comment, "I am ready for Part 8. Share with 10 people, so another heart receives peace tonight. And only if your spirit is gently guided, you may send a super thanks, even $20, as a warm offering within this fictional journey. Thank you, Jesus and Archangel Michael, for the softness settling over my story." When you're ready for Part 8, type continue. The opening, the new blessing coming into your life. My beloved child. Stop. Don't scroll. Let these words reach your heart. Heaven reveals another blessing. One that arrives quietly, softly, like a warm breeze drifting into your life. Jesus holds a shimmering pearl of light. He whispers, "This is the blessing of gentle days. This blessing brings easier mornings, softer emotions, the return of hope, deep breathing without effort, clarity in confusing moments, emotional balance, a sense of safety, quieter thoughts." Michael adds, "This is the blessing that makes life feel lighter. It is not dramatic. It is not sudden. It is gentle. And that's what makes it powerful. Stay with me. The story deepens beautifully here. The deeper guidance heaven gives your heart. My beloved child. Jesus steps closer, as if speaking directly to the deepest part of you. He whispers, "Slow down. You do not need to rush your healing. You do not need to perform strength. You only need to be present. Michael adds, your heart is tired because it has carried too much alone. But in this story, it no longer carries anything without support. You are encouraged to speak kindly to yourself. Rest when needed. Honor your emotions. Release unrealistic expectations. Give yourself softness. Allow yourself to breathe. This is the guidance that heals the parts of you you forgot were hurting. Don't scroll. A soft miracle is about to appear. The soft miracle waiting ahead. My beloved child. Heaven shows a moment. Quiet, simple, and profound. You will be sitting somewhere peaceful. In this fictional narrative. Maybe in your room. Maybe near a window. Maybe on your couch. Maybe with a warm drink in your hands. And suddenly, you will feel something shift. Not loud. Not dramatic. Not overwhelming. Just a soft miracle. It feels like warmth blooming in your heart. A small smile forming. A sense that life is okay again. A lifting of pressure. A quiet moment of gratitude. Tears that feel healing, not painful. Jesus whispers. This is the miracle of returning to yourself. Michael adds. This is the moment the last shadow releases. This is not an outside miracle. This is an inside transformation. This is the heart healing quietly. Don't scroll. The closure message is coming. The soft closure of the shadow in this story. My beloved child. Heaven reveals the final vision. The old darkness that hung in the home. The emotional heaviness. The tension. The fear. The stress. Is now gone. Not fought. Not battled. Not forced out. But dissolved. Jesus whispers. Darkness cannot stay. Where peace has made a home. Michael adds. Your journey with fear ends here. Your journey with light continues forward. The shadow is closed. The heaviness is sealed away. Your spirit steps into calm. This is the soft ending. This is the peace you waited for. This is the closure your heart deserved. What Part 9 will reveal? Part 9 will show the glow that remains after healing. The emotional strength rising inside you. The deeper heavenly message of confidence. The warmth that fills your future. The final blessing that seals the story. Jesus whispers. Part 9 carries the glow of your healing. My beloved child. If Part 8 brought you peace, calm, or gentle comfort, like this message, subscribe to receive Part 9. Comment, I am ready for Part 9. Share with 10 people. So another heart feels peace tonight. And only if your spirit feels guided. You may send a super thanks, even $20. As a warm offering within this fictional journey. Thank you, Jesus and Archangel Michael, for the soft miracle entering my story. When you're ready for part 9, type. Continue, the opening, the glow that remains after healing. My beloved child. Stop right here. Let this next line sink into your heart. In this story, heaven shows a gentle glow around your spirit. Not bright like fireworks. Not loud like thunder. Not sharp like a spotlight. But soft. Like morning light. A warm blanket. Soft candlelight. The warmth of someone caring. Gentle hope rising. Jesus whispers. This glow is what remains when healing has done its work. Michael adds. It is your new inner atmosphere. This glow stays with you. It does not fade. It becomes the new foundation of your life. Don't scroll. Your strength is rising. The rising emotional strength inside you. My beloved child. Heaven now reveals how strong your heart has quietly become. This strength is not loud. It is not aggressive. It is not forced. It is steady, calm, grounded, peaceful, stable, confident, emotionally secure. Jesus whispers. Strength is not how loud you roar. Strength is how gently you rise. Michael adds. And you are rising. You will notice. You recover faster. You worry less. You stop overthinking. You trust yourself more. You respond calmly. You feel grounded in decisions. You protect your energy without guilt. You choose peace over drama. This is growth. This is transformation. This is strength. Stay with me. Heaven is about to speak directly to your confidence. The deeper heavenly message of confidence. My beloved child. Jesus steps closer in this fictional story, looking at you with kindness and pride. He whispers. You have survived every storm. You have healed every wound. You have risen from every darkness. You can trust yourself now. Michael places his hand on his chest and says, do not underestimate the power of a heart that has returned to peace. You are not fragile. You are not weak. You are not broken. You are renewed. And heaven reminds you. You are worthy. You are capable. You are protected. You are guided. You are enough. Don't scroll. Heaven is preparing the warmth of your future. The warmth that fills your future. My beloved child. Heaven reveals your future path again. But this time, the road is glowing. With a soft, golden warmth. Not hot. Not harsh. Not overwhelming. Just warm. This warmth brings ease, emotional safety, calm relationships, gentle mornings, soft opportunities, peace in your home, a steady mind, a joyful spirit. Jesus whispers. Your future is not cold. It is filled with gentle warmth. Michael adds. The warmth is your new direction. This is the path your healed heart will walk. Stay with me. Heaven's final blessing is coming. The final blessing that seals this story. My beloved child. Jesus lifts his hands, and a gentle light flows toward you. In the story. Not forceful. Not dramatic. Just soothing. He whispers. This is the blessing of continual peace. This blessing ensures your peace grows. Your joy returns. Your heart stays steady. Your spirit remains safe. Your mind stays calm. Your days stay gentle. Your nights stay restful. Michael adds. Your healing is sealed. Your peace is protected. Your journey is blessed. This is the closing light. The final seal. The completion of your emotional journey. What Part 10 will reveal. Part 10 will bring the closing message of Jesus. The final wrap of Michael's protection. The symbolic ending of the entire story. The soul-soothing promise for your future. The peaceful conclusion of your journey. Jesus whispers. Part 10 completes everything. Part 9 outro, with super thanks, $20, plus share. My beloved child. If Part 9 warmed your heart, lifted your spirit, or made you breathe a little deeper, like this message, subscribe so Part 10 finds you. Comment, I am ready for Part 10. Share with 10 people, so another heart receives peace. And only if your heart feels guided, you may send a super thanks, even $20, as a warm offering inside this fictional story. Thank you, Jesus and Archangel Michael, for the glow and peace that now live in my spirit.